right from birth, there are so many of these inputs going into our minds, and they have completely occupied our consciousness. And therefore, the first and foremost thing is to slow down this momentum. I think something that has really helped me was definitely actively meditating. In the beginning of my journey, I would dedicate time and sit actively meditating on various spiritual topics, actively cultivating mindfulness, actively meditating on everything that I had read from all of these books and consumed from all of these videos. Because at the end of the day, all of these books, all of these videos, including my videos, they are pointing to the same truths about life, but the words being used by the authors, by the creators, would always mask what is actually true, because words tend to go through this perspective, uh, these filters that we have applied in our own heads. And therefore, actively meditating on the different content that you consume is definitely going to help. One more thing that comes to my mind is discussing, having someone with whom you can share and talk to about all of these things. I think, again, in the initial years of my journey, I had at least one friend whose name comes to my mind right now, with whom I had hours of conversations talking about anything and everything, about the books we were reading, about the videos we were watching, etc., in person, over the phone. And man, did that help. It really helps to gather fresh perspectives from people who you admire and from people who are resonating at the same frequency with you. And it's hard to get people who resonate at the same frequency, because again, we are so busy in our lives that hardly any of us takes the time to step back and evaluate that the things we are considering so damn serious, so damn important in our lives, are even serious or important or not. And yes, so therefore I would say discussing with your friends, discussing with people who are resonating at the same frequency definitely helps. The third thing that comes to my mind would be writing. Again, because there are so many things going on in our minds, so many inputs going into our minds, and therefore we have so many different, varied kinds of thoughts, even about topics such as spirituality, mindfulness, Maya, and all the rest of it, that it can go berserk at times. And therefore, a practice such as writing almost forces you to organize your thoughts. And I personally love writing, and I know that writing my thoughts down has really helped me a lot in cultivating a voice where I can share these things now with people. Which brings me to the fourth thing that I would say here: cultivating patience. Cultivating patience. I know it's easier said than done, but being patient with your progress, being patient with your own spiritual journey is extremely important, because, like everything else, it comes in the form of sine waves. And especially in your lower phases, you have to be patient. You have to stay with your cycle. You have to stay patient and understand that this is going to come up again in some time.